Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Scum. There was a big update, a really big update. It was kind of unexpected, really. They've been teasing a lot of it. Some of it I didn't think was going to come in this update, though. So, yeah, we're going to try and get through that. There's a lot to cover. I've had to take notes for this one. There's so many things. And some of it is I'm going to have to do separate videos on because I'm just not going to be able to do it justice in a video like this, or the video would be like an hour and a half long or something. So yeah, we're going to get through this one by one and show you all the cool new stuff. There's some really awesome stuff in this one. It's one of the biggest updates we've had in quite a while. So yeah, we're going to get right to it. The first thing, AI assistant Dena has returned. You guys probably remember her from the early days of the game. But yeah, the little creepy floating head talking voice lady is back. But yeah, she's going to be in your manual tasks. She's going to be in here in your journal thingy. Not this journal. Is it this journal? It's this one, manual. But yeah, she's going to pop up. She's going to get you started. Obviously, that's already gone through, but she's going to give you tasks to get started. So you just go through there.
Secure communication established. In this tutorial protocol, you will learn how to craft a stone knife. By commencing this task, you have shown your determination to remain alive, but this is only the first step. First, search the ground for 2 stones.
All right, yeah, that was Dena, the AI assistant. I kind of messed that up. You're supposed to push this after you select the task. It looked like a search item thing, so I didn't realize you had to push that button. But anyway, yeah, that gets you started on crafting the stone knife. You go through, do all her tasks, she'll get you started in the game. Pretty cool. Nice addition. I like it. It's very cool. It's nice to see the little creepy AI lady back, and with a new face and everything. So that's really sweet. All right, we got to move on here. We got a lot to cover. So after that, we've got the new movement. They've reworked movement. I'm not sure how I feel about the reworked movement. So basically what they've done is they've changed jumping. Jumping is like the biggest one that they've changed. Every time you jump, it takes 30 stamina units. You see there, I jumped once and we're less than half stamina. So you jump a couple times and you're done. You're out of stamina. It's pretty harsh. I think they need to rein that in. I think taking more than 50% of your stamina for one jump is a bit much. But anyway, they'll respond to our feedback and they'll tweak that as we go. The other thing, you've got several different animations for walking now. You got walk, of course. You've got jog. You've got run. And it says sprint, but I'm only counting... Hold on, let's see. We got walk, jog, run. If I click it again, that's supposed to be sprint, but it doesn't change. I don't know. Maybe I got too much gear on or something. The gear you wear affects that, obviously. Whether or not you have a rifle affects your speed. You see I run a lot slower now. I put that away a little bit quicker. And yeah, that's the full sprint there. The sprint doesn't go down too crazy. But again, when you jump... I mean, you jump once or twice, that's it, you're done. You can't run anymore. I'm at full sprint here, and that's it. You cannot sprint below 80%, I think it was. What was the actual writing? Can't sprint under 80%. So, don't know if I like that. Let's see. Let's let that get back up to 100. My sprint. Okay, there's... Hold on, let's go prone. Oh, this is another cool thing. When you go prone... and you stand up, maybe this was already in the game, but watch. You, like, clean yourself off. I don't know if that was always a thing. There's another one where he, like, cleans off his boots, too. I don't know if this was always a thing, but, yeah, it's pretty neat. I didn't notice it before. I think it's new. Yeah, there it goes. Cleans his legs off, cleans his pants off. Pretty cool. I like that. But, yeah, okay, 100%. We got walk, run. Yeah, that's... I don't see a third run option, so I don't know. Do you run? Let's get this below 80%. See if he slows down after 80%. No, I don't know. It's a little weird. It's definitely going to slow play down, especially with the jumping. You jump, like I said, that's it, we're done. We can't run. You jump a couple times, you're basically a sitting duck. There's also inertia now. good Lord, calm down. I know you're tired. There's also inertia now, so like you can't change directions super quick anymore. There's going to be no more like super rapid zigzagging. Even with the mouse, it kind of makes you do this like slow turnaround. See that? There's no more rapid rapid direction changing. So the crazy zigzagging, the bunny hopping, it's all a thing of the past. Yeah, this is gonna make getting away from puppets a lot harder. It's gonna make PvP a lot harder. You're gonna have to really think about how you're moving. You're gonna have to think about cover. No more mad dashes across the fields. Not caring if anybody sees you or not, because you could just crazy Goku bunny hop out of the way. You're going to want to go cover to cover and really think about what you're doing and where you're moving. So yeah, that's the movement rework. I'm probably taking way too long on that, but yeah, it's kind of crazy. Not sure how I feel about it. It seems quite unfinished. It seems a little bit buggy even. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see where that goes. Hopefully they do some work on it. All right, now on to quests. Quests have been added to Scum. It's really cool. I wasn't expecting them to add quests already. I thought for sure quests would come with 1.0, but they're in the game now, which is really neat. So how it's going to work in a nutshell, I haven't had a lot of time to really play with it, is that there will be quest boards at POIs. I don't know which ones or if it's going to be all, but that's what it says. It'll be at POIs. I may need to do a separate video on this because it seems like there's quite a lot to it. But yeah, each POI is going to have a quest board, and all the traders are going to have little books at their counters that will have quests in them too. The trader quests are like tiered quests, so I would imagine they're going to give you better rewards as you work through them. Right now, it seems like it's just money and fame points that they're giving you, but I don't know. They may reward you with weapons and stuff like that. If not now, then in the future. So yeah, quests are really cool. If you get a mobile phone, this is a new item, obviously. If you find a mobile phone, put a smartphone battery in it and turn it on, you can then hit use, and then you can accept quests from anywhere. Now, I don't know if like as you go and visit the traders and maybe quote unquote unlock quests, if this will populate with more stuff or if it just depends on what area you're in. But when I turn it on, I've got this tier 0 work for hire quest, and basically it just wants me to go to the trader and get more quests. So that's the first quest I got when I had this mobile phone. But you just hit accept, and then it will appear in your journal. Okay, work for hire. There it is. Gives you a little, tells you who's giving it to you, a little description of it. And then the objectives, I guess. Yeah, requirements. Visit the nearest general goods store. So yeah, and of course you can abandon the quest, and then that gets rid of it. So yeah, quests are really cool. We may dig into this a little bit more. This is really good for Scum. One complaint about Scum is that it's basically just, you get your loot and you stash your loot, and then you lose your loot, and it's just a cycle, and there's not really anything to do. But having quests, hopefully that's going to change that, add a lot more depth to Scum. But we'll see how that evolves going forward. It's certainly, it's the first iteration of it, and it's bound to change. It's bound to improve and expand. So happy to see it. All right, now let's move on here. Like I said, we got a lot to cover. This is a huge update. I'm going to have to do separate videos for some of this stuff. And one of those things is going to be the cruiser. I'll just kind of give you a quick look at the cruiser. I've done up a couple of different versions of it. This is how you're going to find it around the world. This nice like dark blue, blackish paint. It's really cool. They've done a really good job with it. It sounds amazing. Put a nice red paint on it. Gave this one some camo. But yeah, I'm going to do a separate video on this, you guys, because I want to do it justice. But yeah, brief little overview. Cruiser's back. It's really awesome. And now, in addition to the cruiser, there has been some updates to base building. You've got a bunch of new panels. They've reworked these panels visually. They've made the sticky stick foundation look a little more sticky. It's pretty nice. The roof doesn't really look all that much different, and the same with the walls. At least to me, anyway. Now, the wood, though, the wood looks great. They've done a really good job with the wood. It's much cleaner. It looks a lot less hack and slash, especially the roof. The roof looks really good. The metal, I like what they've done with the metal. It looked a little too, like they somebody, I don't know, took a giant can opener to this stuff. It looks like somebody actually at least took a little bit of time and tried to cut these panels up. And in spots, it's like scabbed over the wood. You can still see the wood sticking out, which is really nice. They've cleaned that up. The brick is really nice. Visually, it's perfect. I like the roof. Roof is pretty good. And like I said, visually, this is great. The only problem I have with the brick is... You hear that? It makes the, like, brick and rock pile sound when you walk on it. I don't like that. I think if you have a brick foundation, that's going to get really annoying walking around your base hearing that. I don't like that. I think they should do away with that. I think they should just give it this sound. Just give it the concrete sound. But yeah, concrete, better visuals, very nice. I like it. Here's a wood door. Looks very nice. They've done a pretty good job with it. Let's see. The roof panels are nice. Particularly the brick. I like the brick panel. I think I'll probably use the brick panel for all my roofs when I'm messing around building stuff. Probably use the brick panel, paint it black so it looks like, you know, legitimate tiles. Kind of hard to see this angle with the sun the way it is, but yeah, whole bunch of new panels. Very cool. They've also, like, everything has a new version of itself. So you got wood. Here's the metal. I'm not a fan of what they did with the metal. I kind of like the skinny, like, C-channel T-bar look of the other metal. And now it's just like this solid beam of metal. The texture's nice. It looks good. Nice rusty metal. But I preferred the old one. Brick is cool. They've added, like, this mortar layer. You know, just traditional brick look. Very nice. Concrete is concrete. I like the rounded ends. Very cool. Don't look at those. Half walls, same thing. Just change the texture. Very nice. Yeah, it's cool. I like the panels. Now, they did add a new item that's been heavily requested. I've built this little tower here to show it. If we climb to the top of this ladder, you'll notice there's a hatch up there. All right, there she is. There's my hatch. I can open it from the ladder, which is nice. And then, ta-da, you now have secure hatches, which is very cool. I like it. I like it very much. All right, turrets. Now, just like the motorcycle, I think these are going to need a separate video, but they did add 5 base defense turrets, and these are OP. They're really powerful. They absolutely mop up puppets, drop ships, players. These 3 in particular are very strong. These 2 are really good. The 50 cal is nasty. That'll be... I don't know if they'll target vehicles or not. That's something I'll have to test out. But that 50 cal against trucks and stuff, oh, good luck. Good luck. But yeah, they're really lethal. They kill quickly. Just do a really quick demonstration here. We'll spawn... like, we'll say 10 zombies, 10 puppets. Yeah. Shit mixed. I'll probably do another video later and we'll go through each one, but yeah, that's the turrets. They're extremely lethal. They do require generators and they take a lot of power. So if you have a lot of turrets, it took me 2 generators to power all 5, and that was out of power, like everything. So you're gonna want, if you're gonna have a lot of turrets, you're gonna want several generators. But yeah, that's the generators, or that's the turrets. They're really awesome. All right, now that we got turrets out of the way, I told you guys this is a huge update. It's gonna take forever. New weapons. Okay, these are awesome. This is really awesome. I'm actually more excited about this than I am the Scar. The Mac 10. It's cool. It's crazy cool. Like, it's got its own bespoke suppressor. Nice little well-modeled stick mag for it. Pretty cool. I quite like the Mac 10. And it just looks awesome. They're so good at modeling the guns. Like, they've gotten really good at it. So yeah, there it is. Now let's see. There you've got semi-auto. Come on, full auto. and it's fast. It actually fires really quickly. 9mm, 32 round magazine, which is kind of neat, kind of weird. I didn't know this was a 32 round weapon. Maybe that's what it is in real life, but yeah. Extremely high rate of fire. This thing is going to delete people. it really is. This thing's so badass. But yeah, Mac 10, really awesome. All right, Scar L. Scar L. So this is the 5.56 version of the Scar DMR. And it sounds meatier than it should be, but I quite like it. Oh, I don't have a magazine in that yet. Put a magazine in there. Not a fan of the reload animation. It's too low. It would have been nice to have it higher so you can actually see him put the magazine in. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, same thing. Oh, does this have a burst? Can't really tell. It's kind of hard. Looks like single, auto, and safe, I guess. Let's see, what's that? Single. Auto. Yeah, single and auto. It's showing another one, which I think is supposed to be safe, like on the real rifle, but obviously you don't want safety in a video game. Yeah, pretty nice. Sounds very beefy. A little too beefy, honestly, for a 5.56 rifle, but I quite like it. It's pretty nice. Iron sights are good. Nice open sight picture. It's not too obstructed by the rear posts, but yeah, I quite like it. It's very good. Very, very good. A little mag check there. All right. Now, the other thing, Spectral DR, which is, of course, an Elcan Spectre, which is mine and many people's favorite scope. These are just excellent scopes. It's a 2x, 6x, and an iron sight, so it's a very versatile scope. It's going to be able to take you through your close-up, close quarters fighting and help you reach out too. And if you need to get really close, you've got the iron sights too, so that's really nice. I've done up a couple of these so you can hear the Mac 10 with its bespoke suppressor. A really nice suppressed sound. I like the animations too. The what do you call it? It's not the sight, but the bolt. You see the bolt cycling on top of the weapon? Really well animated. Quite like that. Done a really good job with that. And of course we've got the Scar L. I put the Spectral on it so that you can get a good look at it. And kind of your typical suppressed 5.56 sound. So yeah, you've got 2x, 6x, and if you press, what was it, Control and right mouse, you get the iron sights. So that's really cool. Quite a bit of jump there. But yeah, this thing's really cool. Happy to see it. A lot of people were really glad to see that. Nice lighter version of the Scar. We just put that back there. Now, the reason I put the AWM on the table is to show you that these also allow you to go into the iron sight, even if there's not an iron sight on it. But what you do is you just kind of imagine there's an iron sight kind of hovering just a little bit above the lowest point of the scope, or highest point of the scope rather, and then you can kind of take point shots with it in case somebody rushes you or gets a little too close. You don't have just the like max zoomed in scope. But yeah, new weapons, they're very nice. They're really well modeled. Sounds are great. Animations are a little meh on the reload. I'd like to actually see my character load it, but not a lot of complaints, really. They're pretty nice. All right, now, the improvised rifle has had a lot of work done to it. There's supposed to be a different stock, I thought. It was like this weird, wavy, pokey wooden stock, but I think they must have decided against it, which I'm kind of glad, because I like this stock a lot more. It's like a bicycle seat welded to a couple of rods. I like it a lot better. But yeah, improvised rifle. This is really, really powerful now. You can put the improvised rail on it, and all of these scopes will go on this rifle, including the Spectre, which is pretty awesome. So it is a high caliber rifle, basically. It'll take shotgun shells, and it'll take even up to 338 Lapua. I tried 50 BMG. It won't accept 50 BMG, but it's pretty crazy that you can put Lapua in it. But yeah, this is going to be a really powerful early game sniper rifle, single shot only, but I mean, you can make it at a workbench, so yeah, they got to balance it somehow. But yeah, you could put the improvised suppressors on it to have it, nice and silent. So this is a really, really good early game weapon. I'm actually kind of surprised that they've allowed this. It seems a little OP, but I'm here for it. I like it. I think that's awesome. Welcome addition to the game. Really going to change up people's early game. Like I said, all these scopes will go on it. So the red dots and the ACOG and even the night vision scope, which is really cool. So very handy, very powerful weapon now, the improvised rifle. I think you're going to see a lot more people using it. It's way more viable now. All right. And of course, we got new school bags. I didn't lay them all out. I just laid a couple out, a male and a female version. These are just, reskinned version. Well, no, actually, they're totally reworked, aren't they? It's completely different mesh and texture and everything, but they're really nice. I like them. They put a lot of time and detail into them. So I wouldn't get caught like walking through hostile forests with these, because you're going to stick out like a sore thumb. Every single one of them is like neon and pastel. So you're going to want to get rid of these pretty quick. But they look great. They're really nice. They're very well done. All right, now we have a bunch of new colors for the beret, which is really cool. You've got all kinds of different colors. Very, very nice to see this. I liked the beret design, but I wasn't a fan of the red, so it's really cool to see some more earth tones and stuff like that. Kind of expand your beret repertoire here, so that's very nice. Glad to see it. And now we have, of course, the headlamp. I've already got one here on my person. I'm going to take my hat off because it of course clips through the hat. But yeah, we've got very nice headlamp. It's very well modeled, and it's quite bright. It gives off really good light. It's called, of course, a head LED. But the model's really nice. It's one of those like big single LED aperture sort of, what do they call it? Like a projector sort of beam. So it has a nice bright wide beam. It's a really cool headlamp. They've done an excellent job with it. My only gripe with the headlamp, I would think you should be able to push N to turn it on. There's no keybind for it. I can't find one. You have to actually come in the menu and turn it on manually. But other than that, it's really nice. It's my only gripe about it. It needs a keybind, Scum. It really does. It's very inconvenient to have to open and do that every time I want to turn it off and on. It's a good way to get clapped in the middle of the woods at night. But yeah, let's see how it looks in the dark, actually. There we go. Let's see how she looks in the dark. Oops, wrong one. There, so it's quite bright. It's a very nice light. It doesn't reach out super far, but I mean, as far as it reaches out, it's actually quite impressive. Like, I can look up into the trees and everything. So this is a very good light. I quite like it. Very well done. All right, guys, real quick. I totally missed this, so I'm just going to kind of slot it in here. They also added armbands to the game. I'm not super, like, into this kind of thing, but if you play online, multiplayer, or whatever, you can now add, like, your squad emblems and change the colors to these armbands. When I tried to spawn the armband, it seems that there's only one that you can spawn. I think you're meant to craft these, perhaps, and then add your squad stuff later, which you can only access. Yeah, you can only access on a multiplayer server. Of course, I'm on single player, so I can demonstrate all the new stuff to you. But yeah, I'm assuming that's how that's going to work. Pretty cool addition. It's also going to take away like the squad names over people's heads when you're playing on the multiplayer server. So you're going to have to actually like visually identify your squad members now, which, during base raids and stuff like that, where things can get a little chaotic, you're going to have to be a lot more careful and look for your armbands and not shoot your buddies, basically. But yeah, they're very nice modeled. I like how wide they are. They're not like scrunched up, rolled up really narrow like on DayZ. And that's to facilitate, obviously, having the emblem on there, and you can change the different colors. I'm assuming that's how it's going to work. I haven't been able to test this, but yeah, that's That's another thing with this update, armbands. Sorry, just going to kind of slot this in the middle. I missed it. All right, guys, another big part of this update, which I'm going to also do a separate video on because it's very important to me, is puppets. Supposedly, there's been some fairly major tweaks with the Horde system, so it sounds like they've done an increase potentially to the spawn range of the puppets. And they were very vague in their wording about it, but they've changed the spawn range, and they said something about clearing areas. So we're gonna have to do a separate video on that to test that out and see if they've hopefully made the spawn system for puppets better, because it's been a major issue that I've had. It's really been the only major issue that I personally, and not just me, lots of people, it's been the only major issue that I've had myself with the game. So it'd be really good to see that start taking a step in the right direction, because yeah, it's the only thing that really keeps me from spending a lot of time on Scum these days, and that's the puppets. So it'd be really cool to see if they've fixed those up, made that better. So we'll be doing a separate video on that as well. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this one, you guys. Sorry if it was kind of rushed, maybe too long in some places. I've been away from YouTube for a while, so I'm a little bit out of my element, and I wasn't expecting the update. It dropped yesterday on Thanksgiving, so I obviously couldn't do anything about it yesterday, doing family stuff, etc., etc. And I kind of had to cobble this together quickly this morning, so hopefully this gets to you pretty quick. Yeah, it's a really good update. I think personally it's one of the better updates we've had in a really long time, but let me know, what do you think of it? Is it more than you expected, less than you expected? How's everything working out for you? That kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. And thank you guys so much for watching. I've had a lot of support with Scum on the channel. And I really appreciate it. It's crazy. I'm always blown away by the engagement I get with Scum. So yeah, if you guys enjoy this kind of stuff, leave a like, maybe sub, and see you in the next one.